Alright, and we are back. Let me go ahead and put my gloves back on. Because these gloves actually are comfortable. They got a little cushion in them that makes it hard to tap on my phone and stuff like that. I'm going to have to get like a fanny pack. But, is it live? Am I live? It says I'm live. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now it's gone. But yeah, I like these gloves. They're pretty comfortable gloves, but I don't know if you can tell. These little points, that's a little bit of cushion. Like, these are little cushion points. I guess it's just so that whenever you do have it on, it's not uncomfortable. But, I don't know. It kind of seems like it's a stitch point. Like, if they did it, like they stitched it inside out. So, it could be that too. But either way, we are back again to watch some more scary videos. I'm just doing it in this type of way, recording a video and then ending the live stream and then restarting the live stream. I know I'm losing viewers, but that's why I made the post on Facebook so that people can just click on it and then they can come and find their way to my channel and then they can just get onto there. I don't think I have it on my YouTube, but I have it on my my Facebook and my X or Twitter. So I mean, on there you can just immediately come back here. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get into the video. All right. I don't know if y'all can read that, if it looks well for y'all.
Urban Explore is one of the most popular urban exploration channels on YouTube.
For me, I won't be able to read it though because it's reversed no matter which way I look at it. Because if I look on it on there, it's still reversed. If I look on it on there, it's going to be reversed or backwards. So it doesn't matter.
Places that a lot of even the more extreme explorers wouldn't visit, at least not at night and alone, like Chris always does. In January 2023, he uploaded footage of his visit to
I really hate having that little part in there, so I'm going to try to turn that
after almost a
thing a little bit.
The school was permanently closed in 2015 due to declining enrollment numbers. Although there are allegedly plans to turn the event.
This is where my door is. It's open though,
as
so
of 2024,
my dogs can run in and out.
Still abandoned and in terrible shape.
I moved it so that doesn't pop up.
It's pretty clear that the place hasn't been used in years and has been severely damaged by the elements, vandals, and the passage of time.
Why am I watching it on there whenever I'm supposed to be watching it on there?
The structure doesn't seem to be sound, and there's rust, random papers, books.
Hopefully I hear everything correctly though, because he is kind of talking quiet.
I see messages written in seemingly fresh chalk on some of the whiteboards, confirming that people have been in the building recently. This was actually Chris's second visit to Paul Revere Elementary.
No, I gotta put it on that.
When he uploaded footage of his March 2022 visit to the school, several people in the comments mentioned they had either been students or teachers at the school and talked about how incredibly sad it was to see their beloved childhood school ruined by abandonment and lack of maintenance. A little after 10 minutes into the exploration, you can hear some sort of ruffling sound and other strange noises coming from somewhere in the schoolhouse.
Guys, and that. While that ad's going on, then I'm gonna go ahead and just.
All the gear to go back in style. Welcome to your walk.
Oh, it didn't let me skip that ad. That's whack. Unskippable ad. See, but I wanted to do this YouTube video because these actually kind of creep me out because, I mean, it's like, because I've explored some abandoned places. I never recorded them, though, because it was just me and my homeboy, and we were like 14.
In the hallway, another person's flashlight can be seen shining down the hall. It looks to be just one person, who was likely either another urban explorer or a squatter. Still, at 1 a.m. in an abandoned building, it's obviously best to avoid drawing unwanted attention to yourself.
But it's like, I've been to abandoned places before,
which is why Chris ultimately decided to run instead of making his presence known. Making sure to walk in the other direction to avoid running into anyone, he then heads to the library and explores the rest of the top floors.
And he just stayed.
As he goes
You know
into the
that somebody
bathroom on
else
the top
is in there
floor,
and he
he
just
has
stayed.
another encounter.
Somebody's in there. Excuse me. Oh, man.
At the far end of the bathroom,
I don't know,
what appears
bro.
to
I
be a
think I would have been
human
moving
silhouette
faster
can be
than
seen
that.
standing completely motionless. After the initial shock of the encounter,
Oh,
Chris
man, you
draws his
seen
gun
those
and
eyes?
goes
You
back
seen the
inside
eyes?
to confront the man.
Confront. That's not how you confront, man. You confront going in, hands blazing.
Oh, it's a toy.
I don't know, bro. Go up there.
Oh my god, that's good. Got it.
But why did it fall, though?
As it turns out, the silhouette was actually a scary mannequin that somebody set up, probably to scare away
But
visitors.
what knocked it over, though?
What's
Something
most
after that knocked
eerie
it
is
over.
that even though we can't know for sure how long the mannequin had been standing there before the footage was shot, for some reason it fell forward just in time for Chris to see it. The most reasonable explanation being from the sound waves bouncing off the wall.
Oh,
Most people would have left
I
as soon
guess.
as they saw the mannequin, but Chris continued to explore the rest of the school, seemingly unmoved.
is that an
by the horrifying
alien
experience he
mannequin?
just went through.
Oh, never mind.
Though not before clearing the entire
That's
rest of the
weird.
bathroom. Sadly,
Did he
some of the rooms
stand
in
it
the
back?
school
I
are
wouldn't have
filled
even
with
stand
books,
it back up.
whiteboards, and other perfectly usable materials that could have been donated to another school before the building was abandoned. But nobody
my
seemed to
head
care enough to
itching.
give them away before the school was abandoned. About half an hour into the visit, Chris climbs up to the roof, which in itself is pretty risky. Even if you
Hell
don't
yeah,
care
you don't
about
even
getting
know
caught
if
by the
that
cops,
floor is
there's
stable.
still a very high risk of the roof caving in, especially considering the state of the building when the footage was shot. Fortunately, he was able to climb down safely, but that's when a strange noise could be heard coming
I
from the
guess.
other end of one of the hallways.
Yeah, but you know there's already another dude in there by the flashlight. I don't know, see if you can open it. If it opens up, then, I mean, somebody probably already took it. You seen that shadow? There was a shadow that ran. There was a shadow that ran.
As
That
Chris
was-
explores one of the rooms, a strange howl can be heard in the distance,
I didn't
and
hear the
as he
howl,
raises
but-
his camera, you can clearly see a shadow moving behind the door at the far end of the room. By this point, it's pretty clear that not only are multiple other people in the building with him, but now he's possibly being stalked. Once again, Chris draws his gun and prepares for an encounter.
Oh, he's strapped.
He doesn't find anyone in any of the rooms. After this, he admits he's ready to call it a night and decides to head home, but not before this final encounter.
I don't know if being strapped is gonna help you against some demons. You gotta unload, but
This place is crazy.
it ain't gonna hit nothing.
I remember the last time I explored.
Put some holy water on them, boy.
Hello?
And they running. They running up them steps or running down the steps or whatever.
Lights. Okay, I know I heard somebody coming down these stairs.
As he struggles to find his way out of the school, the sound of footsteps can be clearly heard on the stairway directly above Chris's head.
That's
But after
one
running
thing,
up
is
and
being
calling out to
lost
see
in a
if he gets
place that you don't
response,
know.
nobody acknowledges him.
Like in a building that you
Luckily,
don't
he was
know
able to
how
walk
get
away
out.
unharmed and has continued to upload videos of his visits to abandoned places pretty frequently.
So what you're saying is he ain't learned his lesson. Alright.
Okay, you're good to go.
I probably wouldn't have learned mine
Awesome,
either.
Thank you. In my lifetime, I will own 44 cell phones.
The Proper People is an urban exploration channel owned by Brian and Michael, two friends who travel the world in search of abandoned buildings. For the past 10 years that their channel has been active, Brian and Michael
You
have
gotta
built
look
up a
familiar.
reputation for being a trustworthy channel that only uploads genuine footage of their explorations. In a niche of YouTube that's often plagued by cheap, fake footage from people trying
Yeah.
to get their 15 minutes of fame, The Proper People has endured as one of the most reliable channels in the urbex space. They gained their fame from explorations of genuinely cool places instead of faking creepy encounters or anything of the such. In 2016, they uploaded a video of their nighttime visit to the Jemison Center in Northport, Alabama, often referred to as Old Bryce Hospital. From 1939 to 1977, the Jemison Center housed hundreds of psychiatric patients and acquired a reputation for treating them pretty harshly. Often referred to as the creepiest building in Alabama, Old Bryce was closed in the late 70s and has since been reclaimed by nature and become a hotspot.
I keep moving because I'm a little uncomfortable watching them, but I mean that's the whole point of being uncomfortable.
There doesn't seem to be anyone around, and after driving around
trying to get into it and get scared, you know.
YouTubers get out of their vehicle to begin exploring.
I'm getting uncomfortable, but I'm not getting scared. I'm just getting uncomfortable.
After more than 4 decades of abandonment, the entire complex is almost completely destroyed, and while some of the walls are completely covered in all kinds of graffiti, some of them aren't even there anymore. With the state of disrepair of the Jemison Center, there's always a chance that the structure could collapse on itself and trap Brian and Michael inside. But as they go up the stairs to explore the top floor, it becomes clear that an unsound structure is the least of their worries.
Well, look at this. Look at this staircase out here.
Sound like somebody with a lot of break.
Yes, see that light?
I don't see it right here.
I swear on my life. Right there. Should I say hello?
Oh, the red is somebody else, his friend. I thought it was like a spirit or something.
Let's go back to the car. This way. If it's somebody wanting to talk to us.
Yeah, I could kind of see somebody. It kind of looks like somebody moving like right there.
As the camera pans to the window, the outline of a person holding up a light can be seen on the staircase on the opposite side of the building. Disturbingly, as soon as the uploaders turn off their light, the other person does the exact same thing, indicating they were watching and didn't want to be spotted.
Well, they're probably watching just like how you're watching, so they're probably tripping out. Oh, well, I pointed down.
Outside the window frame, but it's unclear if the light was coming from the same person who was watching them. After calling out and receiving no response, Brian and Michael decide to go back to their car to avoid getting jumped or worse. It's hard to know what exactly the intentions of the other person were.
People that explore just like you.
What's even more disturbing is the fact that there were no other cars in the area when they arrived and when they left, which means that whoever was there had arrived on foot and probably been there for a while.
Probably lived there, who knows?
Ridgely Hospital was a women's psychiatric hospital in Lancaster, UK that operated for almost 100 years from 1916 to 2013. Famous for being one of the first psychiatric hospitals in the UK that fought for the humane treatment of mentally ill patients, Ridgely Hospital housed thousands of patients and used modern treatment methods such as electroconvulsion therapy to help patients with a range of disorders, from severe depression to obsession to mania. In April 2022, YouTuber Exploring with Tom visited the site with 3 of his friends. Throughout their visit, they were extremely loud and not aware of their surroundings, which is obviously not the best idea when exploring an abandoned building. Keep in mind that most of these abandoned buildings are still considered government property, which makes it illegal to trespass and explore the grounds. Still, if you disturb a hostile squatter's home by being obnoxiously loud, getting arrested would probably be the least of your worries.
Probably, yeah.
I'm not scared of you. I'm scared of you. I think Sean is allowed to go, isn't it?
After hearing some strange noises coming from one of the rooms, the 4 explorers call out to see if there's anyone in the building. This is where things get a little disturbing.
Run across the floor. Oh, my chore is laying down, so I don't know.
You might need help.
Hello? Hello? What?
See, that's why you gotta come like strapped up or something. You gotta be like ready.
Okay. Keep going. What the?
Dang, y'all just leaving your bro behind? I will go and not call y'all friends anymore after that.
What do you want?
Oh no, that's his light. That's the
As soon as
That's
one
the
of the
bum's
teenagers
life.
calls out, a man can be heard screaming from inside the room. Without thinking twice, Tom and his friends make a run for it back to their car, but disturbingly, the man isn't satisfied with just scaring them out of the building and ends up chasing them all the way to their car.
Gotta be
It's
on
unknown
drugs.
who the man was or what he wanted from them, but one of the theories that's been echoing in the comments is that he was probably a homeless person who got upset at the amount of noise Tom and his friends were making. It's probably not too pleasant to have 4 rowdy teenagers burst into the abandoned building you call your home and start yelling, laughing,
I don't know if you
and
can call that a
swearing.
home though. I don't think you should call
It's
it.
good they were able to get away unharmed.
God, these ads, man.
Buy your next favorite outfit on Depop. Sell clothes you never wear. Buy tanks and tops. Sell sweaters and
Hanks and towels.
In 2006, a 36-year-old man named Vincent Filiat was living in the woods as a fugitive near Lugoff, South Carolina, after being accused of abusing his stepdaughter. In September of that same year, he saw a 14-year-old girl named Elizabeth Schoaf getting off the school bus and decided to abduct her.
Oh man.
Posing as a police officer, Filiat arrested Schoaf on a supposed marijuana charge and led her to his hideout in the middle of the woods. For 10 days, Elizabeth was chained up and abused by Filiat in the underground bunker beneath the hideout in what can only be described as a nightmare come true. Still, the girl was extremely resilient throughout the whole ordeal and came up with a plan to escape from the horrifying situation she
He
found
looked like
herself
he
in.
would too.
If she wanted to escape, Elizabeth knew that she had to get Vincent to like her. For several days, she pretended to be in love with Filiat, and eventually the kidnapper lowered his guard, even unchaining her and allowing her to play games on his phone.
Oh, that was stupid.
One night, while Vincent was sleeping, the teenager got a hold of his phone and sent a text to her mom saying she was in a hole across the Charm Hill, that there was a bomb, and to call the police.
Hey,
As it was
what?
later revealed, Filiat had planned to draw in as many people as possible to the bunker to detonate a bomb and take the lives of the responding officers.
Oh man.
However, he never managed to carry out his plan. For just a few minutes later, the area was surrounded by helicopters and he was forced to surrender. To make a long story short, Elizabeth was able to move on with her life.
That's
Once
crazy.
Vincent Filiat spent the rest
I
of
would
his
have
life
just
in
grabbed
prison.
that
He
pot
died in
and just started,
2021.
hey man, you gotta do what you gotta
In December
do.
2023, a YouTuber named Big Banks visited the abandoned hideout.
And I
where the
wouldn't stop
terrifying
until I
crime
knew
took
he
place.
was done for it.
Immediately upon entering the house, the uploader
But
finds
I don't
something
think they would have even
extremely
given me a
disturbing.
chance. They probably
I think
They would
this
have
was
taken me
the
out immediately.
little girl's backpack
I talk too much for them to do it.
that was left here. What a sad sight to see, knowing that that happened.
A little girl's backpack can be seen on the floor outside the kitchen. Although it's impossible to confirm if it belonged to Elizabeth Schoaf, it is possible that it was planted there after the crime by somebody else. As he explores the living room, the uploader finds more creepy stuff, including a DVD of the horror movie The
Oh, dang,
Strangers,
so this man had a whole
decoration
house there.
next to one of the couches, a shank, a broken baseball bat, and a ripstick. Obviously, the fact that these items were left behind is much more disturbing when you consider the history of the house. It's heartbreaking to imagine that some of the toys lying around the floor possibly belonged
It's not
to the
that
girl
bad though. I
Vincent
mean,
Filiat
we'll
stole.
probably move in.
Throughout the rest of the house, several objects and pieces of furniture, including the bed in the main room, look like they were placed there much later than 2006. It's possible that the house was occupied by squatters, but because it was
Yeah.
empty at the time the footage was shot, it's impossible to know what belonged to Filiat, his common-law family, his victim, and the squatters.
I should have taken a
Thankfully,
nap
after being
before I
reunited with
started
her
doing all
family in
this because I am a little
2006,
tired.
Elizabeth went on to live a fruitful life, and the man who committed the heinous crime against her paid the price for it.
But it's nighttime, so I'm trying to get all these
Holton Avenue is a notoriously creepy
Scary
street
videos
in
out.
Cleveland, Ohio.
or at least
In
recorded.
1913, the first Hungarian Baptist church was built on that street, eventually falling into disuse and being left abandoned like the rest of the buildings on that street. In April 2016, the body of a woman named Jessica Coleman was
man.
found there after she went missing, but unfortunately her attacker was never found.
Oh man, that's
In July
even worse.
2023, Chris Hill went to the location
Oh,
to
man,
record
see, if
footage
I
of
was-
the abandoned church,
if I had the
as well as
power-
the rest of the buildings on Holton Avenue. From the
I don't even know what I would do, honestly. Yeah, if I had the power, I don't even know what I would do.
Every box you would expect from a
Because we don't know who it
abandoned building.
is.
As he ventures into the basement, Chris finds signs that someone else had been inside the church, including an action
Final
figure,
flash,
Melvin
see?
the giraffe from Madagascar, that he mentions he doesn't remember seeing the last time he visited the location. Knowing that he's often not alone during his explorations, Chris set up several cameras throughout the church, and about 10 minutes into the exploration, one of the cameras on the main floor captures something pretty creepy.
I would take those. If I was in there, I would. Free camera, man. Oh, well, somebody closed that door.
Obviously, doors don't just randomly shut themselves, and as it wasn't particularly windy that night, it's clear that someone was in the church with Chris. But after looking around for a bit, he can't find anyone in the church, and decides to head back outside to explore the rest of the buildings on Holton Avenue.
Doesn't mean that
If the church was in a messed up
paranormal.
state,
Just
some of
because
the
you can't
houses are even
figure out
worse,
who it
with
was
most of
doesn't
them
mean it
looking like
makes
they
it
could collapse
paranormal.
at any second. Around half an hour into the visit, he decides to explore one of the most dilapidated houses on the block. And as he's in the basement, the exploration takes a scary turn.
Actually, looks like it's just underneath the house. It's not really a basement. It's still creepy.
No.
Sorry. I didn't know if I lived here.
That dude looked like he opened it like he just woke up. Like, hey, bro.
It smelled like something.
That doesn't mean that
As he's
somebody's
exploring the
in there.
basement, a sound can be heard coming from the ground floor. And when he goes back out to
I mean,
find
yeah,
out what
somebody
it
was
is,
in there,
a
but that
person
doesn't
pulls
mean that
back the
that's
curtain.
why.
Immediately apologizing, Chris runs back out to the street, and that's when he realizes that despite the horrible state of the supposedly abandoned house, there was actually someone living in there with electricity. Clearly most, if not all of the abandoned buildings on the block were housing people now who didn't want him there, something he never encountered on his
It's a
first
squatter.
visit. And with this newfound discovery, Chris called it a night.
I probably would too. I ain't even gonna lie. I'd be like, alright, man. I tried my luck. I don't want to end up getting stabbed by a random dude, so I think I would leave too.
Welcome to your Walmart.
But you don't know what he's on. You don't know what he has. None of that.
In February 2020, urban explorer Rhythm Ryder explored an abandoned house at an undisclosed location with his exploration partner Zay Clark. According to Rhythm, the house used to belong to an old woman who had passed away. In complete contrast to most abandoned houses, most of the woman's possessions had been left untouched, indicating that the house had not yet fallen prey to looters and squatters who often take things that aren't theirs. All throughout the house, the two explorers find everything from beautiful tableware and silverware to ornately woven tapestries and the fully
Dang,
equipped
that's
bar.
a lot of China.
Based on the calendars they found in the house, the property hadn't been occupied since August
That China
2018.
cabinet is
Just a
full
few minutes into the
of
visit,
spoons.
Rhythm and Zay find something incredibly sad.
Is there
and
actual
disturbing.
alcohol in there?
Be worried about something like this happening. And then it did. When we walked in here, we took a few steps in the door and saw this on the ground.
What is that?
Now, for those who can't figure out, figure out what that is a body stain. And you can see right there, there's a walker. So, unfortunately, it seems that the woman who had lived here had taken a bad fall.
Yeah, but how did it get stuck there though? That looks like something that you have like whenever you get
It's
cooked.
extremely, extremely sad to us. It took us a good 20 minutes to decide what we're going to do here, and despite
Like how is the print there though?
Tell the story because this is a good reminder to everybody that you need to check on your loved ones. You see, this woman had passed and was laying here for God knows how long.
I mean, I guess if you decompose on there,
Right in
I
the middle
mean,
of the hallway, a human body stain can be seen on the floor next to a walker, indicating that the old woman probably had a bad fall and couldn't get up. Sadly, she passed away and her body decomposed before anyone could save her, which is a terrifying way to die. There appear to be signs that the woman's family members tried to sort through her things after she passed away, but overall,
they didn't vacuum that little area. I would have
good
cleaned that
shape,
area up.
including her
I
bathroom
wouldn't want to
supplies,
remind
which
you.
were still there at the time of the recording. It's hard to watch the footage
Dang, that's
without
a lot
having
of stuff.
conflicting feelings. Even though the house is beautiful and you can easily tell that the woman who lived there with her
I mean, you
husband
can
was a
clean that up.
talented, outgoing person, it's
I'm
incredibly
just saying, you
sad
can
to see
clean
how
it
she
up,
met her
and
end.
I mean,
Overall, the footage should serve as a reminder to check in on your loved ones every time you get the chance, because nobody deserves to
it's
pass
not a
away
bad
like
looking
that.
place. I wonder if that
Since
washer and dryer
2020,
still
Random
works.
with Ryder hasn't gone back to that location.
Oh damn, there goes the end of the video. That one was a pretty good video. I mean, it was alright. I didn't really get like scared too much. I got uncomfortable though. I would say that I got uncomfortable. Definitely more uncomfortable than the first one, but I wouldn't say like I got scared in like a oh my god type of way. But like it's weird. It's just like oh damn okay. But so far I don't think I've been scared with it all or none of that. So, but it looks cool though. I mean, it's alright. It's something. It definitely made me feel uncomfortable though. Like scared? Nah. Uncomfortable? Yeah, a bit uncomfortable. But like not to the point where I'm like, oh my god, like what's going on type of thing. It's just still like it's still explainable to a certain point, I guess. And I guess that's just why I'm not like freaked out about it. Um, so I'm gonna do the same thing on this live stream slash video that I did on the last one. I'm gonna end the live stream, then restart the live stream, and then get onto a different video. But I guess while you're here, while the one person is here, y'all can just see what I'm gonna pick. That ass quick, but that's long. Okay, I'm gonna just go back to here and just see what's up. That's what looks stupid though. Ooh, that's uncomfortable looking. That's a bit weird, but 28 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna watch 28 minutes. That's weird. Oh, you son of a bitch. That shit fucking started and I forgot that shit does that. I forgot that does that. Ah, that scared me more than cause like I was staring over here at this one and then that, I had it on this one. I had it on this one, but I was staring at this one. And then this one started going and that got me. That got me. I ain't gonna lie, that got me. But that other one, the other ones don't got me. Dang, man, how is it the scare videos ain't get me, but me just looking at these just don't freak me out. I'm gonna click on this one though, because this one I was staring at it and that's what got me. Oh man, that's gonna be good for the people that people that watch. Oh man, that's that got me. It's the eyes, man. It's the eyes. Whenever I look at the other eyes, and then it's just I don't know, they catch me, man. They catch me. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream and then start up a new live stream just so it's easier whenever I upload it to YouTube, so I don't have to do no editing and cutting and doing all that on the live stream. God, that one got me. Or that looking at that little part got me. That man, that was something. Okay, but either way, I'm gonna go ahead and just end it. I wish I knew how to clip so I can clip that little thing, but I don't know how to clip. I'll probably figure it out. I don't know. But yeah, that little part got me. Whoever's watching, hopefully I enjoyed. Just give me about 30 seconds. I'm gonna stop the live stream and then I'm gonna end the live stream, press X, and then I'm gonna load up another one just so that it's easier for whenever I record. I mean, I record whenever I upload it to YouTube. But yeah, what's this? Oh, I don't know how you take that little follower gold thing off. Either way, thanks for watching.